Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Guy, just reacting to the Toronto Raptors 117-104 victory against the Cleveland Cavaliers, and this is the biggest win of the season. The Toronto Raptors, they're fighting, they're scrapping their way out of the play-in tournament, and the Cleveland Cavaliers, they are the one seed that's above us, and we have a history with the Cleveland Cavaliers, those LeBron-led teams, all that. The rivalry is heated up this season as they have superstar rookie Evan Mobley. We have super-duper star rookie Scotty Barnes. That matchup has been a fold, and now, at the end of the season, it's coming down to the wire. And this game was a massive swing in the Toronto Raptors' favor because now there's a tie for the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. The Raptors have equal record now with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So the last week, we have a shot. We have a fighting shot now to claim that 6th seed. I'm still shouting the 4th seed till we can't mathematically get it, but this was a massive W. Regardless of the 4th seed, my original take for people that don't know, I predicted the Raptors making 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. If we don't make it, we want to be outside of the 7th seed. We don't want to be in the play-in, especially with the news about, I guess, Kyrie Irving couldn't play in Toronto, so it's not a big deal, but we don't want to be facing the Brooklyn Nets in a play-in situation. But huge W, lots of storylines to dive into in this game, and the first guy that we got to talk about, it is Pascal Siakam, because if he is snubbed from All-NBA team selection this season, that's a complete robbery. He has been an absolute monster on an absolute tear since December, since he's come back from that shoulder injury. First couple weeks had to get in a little bit of a rhythm, but Spicy P, my goodness gracious, 35 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists, only 2 turnovers this game, 12 of 20 from the field, 6 of 7 from the 3-point line. And now, also about this game, we had a guy on this team for a while. Right, we've had a guy on this roster for a year that would quietly put up nights like this, night in, night out. His name was Kawhi Leonard. He won us an NBA championship. He was Finals MVP for an NBA championship. He helped out. Now, Pascal Siakam had a Kawhi-esque game tonight because he didn't need to have the ball in his hands 24/7. He didn't need to steal the show. Oftentimes when you see players have their 35 pieces, even Pascal Siakam, when he has these big games, right, it's just shot after shot. You see it. He had a quiet 35 points, I felt like, in this one. I felt like other storylines sort of took over, and that's when you know you have a guy that's fulfilling that star role, that number one option, that potential we've seen from Pascal Siakam over the past little while. And this guy, he got flamed. He got raked through the coals over the past 2 seasons. People got to respect this man at this point. They got to give him his love. They got to give him his flowers because Pascal Siakam is elite. He's a star. He's a star in this NBA, and he's carrying this team, or he helped carry this team tonight. Throw a W in the chat, folks. Throw a W in the chat for Pascal Siakam because he looked like a monster there tonight. Pascal on the bench. TL saying Pascal on the bench won the game for us. Certainly, that is the case. Now, Gregory Wilson saying, however, we are still behind the Cleveland Cavaliers. Yeah, but we're tied record-wise. We're making the push. And I believe the what's it called? The Chicago Bulls, the team we lost to on Monday, they're losing tonight. That's what they've been saying throughout the broadcast. Keep me updated on that score too, because we could leapfrog over to 5th if we can get a little win streak going on. So throw those W's out there. I'm seeing the W's in the chat right now. But another big storyline in this game tonight. OG's himself. I should have brought out the OG's merch, the OG sweater because we got our guy OG Anunoby back. Now, people might be box score watching, looking at that old box score and saying, OG Anunoby back. What impact does he have in the game? 14 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 11 from the field. But in 26 minutes, he hit 4 threes, and they were some momentum swinging threes. He was getting the ball, the Cavs going a little bit of run. He'd be in the corner, knocking down some shots, contested. He was hitting some big buckets there tonight. 4 of 11 from the field. His mid-range, because we saw OG Anunoby come out at the start of the season with some added moves into his bag, some different shots added into the mix in terms of OG Anunoby's skill set. And obviously he's been in and out of the lineup this season, but he was missing his mid-range jump shots. Those will come back once he's playing healthy, it's hard to shoot when you got something messed up with your hand. Anyone that's played basketball knows how all that sort of stuff works. He'll find his rhythm, and the fact that he was able to come out and bang 4 threes, knock down 4 threes in his first game back from a significant hand injury in only 25 minutes, 26 minutes, that's what we call a W. That's what we call a W for the Toronto Raptors. OG out here balling. Channel members, throw in the laser eyes in the chat because OG Anunoby is elite. He is elite out there right now. But don't have Riker on the pod tonight to get us a drum roll, so I'll rock it out tonight. And tonight, the Scotty Barnes Award. It's going out to none other than Scotty Barnes himself. As people know, followers of the podcast know, the criteria for the Scotty Barnes Award, it's fluid. It's what they call fluid out here on the podcast. And guys, it's going to the guy that was the best rookie tonight. And in my opinion, in my objective opinion, it was Scotty Barnes, who in this game had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, had a completely just, old man, what's it called? When you go and you play against some kiddos or something, you go to the local park, you're a grown man, you just pick the pockets of the kids. He had a couple of those types of steals tonight, none other than on Darius Garland, all-star guard Darius Garland. And I know Evan Mobley was great. I know Evan Mobley is... You watch him play, you get why there's a race going on for the Rookie of the Year candidacy, but I don't know. And he blocked some shots, all that sort of stuff. Evan Mobley's great, but Scotty Barnes, his impact. Neither of those two guys had the most phenomenal performances in this one. You see the stats floating underneath me on the base bar, but 11 points, 8 rebounds for Mobley, only 1 assist, 3 blocks though. So I don't know. They're very comparable players, so it should be a fun end of the season. That's another reason why wins against the Cleveland Cavaliers, they mean so much to this Toronto Raptors team, because not only we get the playoff record, not only do we, assure ourselves a playoff position seeding, Scotty Barnes is Rookie of the Year odds. So that's what you love to see. And people are shouting out the fluid criteria. Get the milky animation going for Scotty Barnes, right? He's rocking all of that stuff out. Did Scotty Barnes win the Scotty Barnes Award? The criteria is fluid. He's getting the Scotty Barnes Award in here for this one. So shout out to Scotty, shout out the Rookie of the race. That's one of the most exciting things. But another guy that has been on an absolute tear lately for this Toronto Raptors team, none other than Chris Boucher. Trey Boucher hustling out there. Getting his rebounding ability over the past little while has just become elite. 17 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals in this performance. And the way he was, because the Cavs, even without Jared Allen, are a big roster. And whether it be size-wise with Lauri Markkanen, Kevin Love, Evan Mobley, or just strength-wise and Lamar Stevenson, or whatever his last name is, Lamar Stevens? Yeah, Lamar Stevens, who... If you wouldn't know any better, but if you watch this guy play against the Toronto Raptors, he looks like a legit 3 and D guy, and maybe is that night in, night out, but Lamar Stevens, he's played well. But Chris Boucher was underneath the rim contesting every single shot that went up. Any rebound, he was in there, whether he tipped it to a teammate or actually gobbled it up by himself. Chris Boucher was hustling out there in the paint tonight, knocking down his threes. It's we love to see from Chris Boucher, and his just consistency. And at the start of the season, it might have been insane to say Chris Boucher consistent this year. What, 2021, 2022? No way. But the way he's been playing over the last little while, gotta give your props to Chris Boucher, because he's been our guy off the bench. And I also want to give props to none other than Thaddeus Young. That's right, the man we traded Goran Dragic away, including a pick. But I thought he was hustling out there tonight, and there's a reason this guy won the Hustle Award a couple seasons ago, because he's out there just making plays for this team, even with his older age. He's not young like Precious, not young like most of the guys on this roster, but he's out there getting deflections, getting steals, offensive rebounds, tips, and his just IQ for the game. Obviously, we see duds on occasion from Thaddeus Young on the squad, but he's always making the right plays. Whether the floaters or anything are going in or not, he's just a guy that calms everything down, makes the rest of the team just play better on the defense and offensive end. And when playoff time comes around, those guys are so valuable to your roster. So Thaddeus Young, you love to see that. And Michael Edmonds saying we have the best T. Young in basketball. Trey who? I only know Thaddeus. Chadius Young. And old Goran Dragic out there. So, and also off the bench, keeping it to the bench, guys. Armoni Brooks, again, another guy with a box score. You might say, 6 points, 3 rebounds. What are you gassing up Armoni Brooks for? But he's more than just a suit. He's more than just a designer clothing brand. But Armoni Brooks hit a couple threes tonight, which we knew he could do when he was signed onto this roster. But his defense, his hustle, his energy, this guy's... I don't want to say, guarantee anything. I don't want to get anything too crazy, but he's only 23 years old. He's a piece I'd like to see the Toronto Raptors have on the squad and develop. I know we have a guy in Champagny Poppy, Justin Champagny, who's been playing in the 905 for the last little while, right? Who is also plays a similar position. You might want him. Well, I want Champagny on this team long term as well. But Armoni Brooks is a guy that I think we should give some more run because the hustle, once the scoring keeps getting more and more comfortable with the offensive end with this squad, Armoni Brooks is a guy I like having on this roster. So shout out Armoni Brooks. Throw some W's in there. And Goran Dragic punch in the air right now, and he should be. Fanfish Pop Tart is asking me what's my opinion on the 5th seed. Because the Bulls are down 12 with 3 minutes to go. 5th seed, here we come. 4th seed, we're making a push. We're making a push for it. We make a little run here. I think we still can mathematically get to 50 wins this season. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen, Toronto. And Kenneth Lau saying, yeah, we have to give up Champagny. Let's move some things around. Let's cut Bonga, add Champagny, and Armani coming in. You know the Armani gift is popping into the channel. So did Scotty Barnes. That's what we want to see. And yeah, so that's most of the squad. Also got to give my daily dose of propaganda. And this is some true bit of propaganda now for Precious Achiuwa. Better than Bam. Better than the next Giannis. Better than Bam. But Precious Achiuwa, for moments of this game, looked like the Precious during the dark stretches of the Toronto Raptors season this year, right, where he's kind of rushing things, missing his open shots, missing his threes. Not obviously, we get caught into the hype, we get caught into the Precious Achiuwa being on fire. Right, we loved buying into him shooting 45% from the three-point line, but he's more of a guy that finishes in the paint, finishes inside the lane, all that sort of stuff. Over 3 from the three-point line tonight. Missed a couple bunnies at the start of this game, but the thing I like from Precious, what we'd sort of see him do. Now, he's never going to overpass or anything like that, but there's moments throughout this year where his confidence, while he was never not confident enough to take the shots, his confidence would get down, and then he'd rush things, right? He'd try to overdo stuff. And I thought tonight, even though there was some instances where that was the case, there were a lot of possessions where I thought he made solid decisions. He went straight to the rim, finished in the lane, which is what we want to see from Precious Achiuwa. And even if he's having a down night, struggling a little bit from the field, not knocking down his threes, the fact that he's just growing as a player right before our eyes, even on down nights, he's able to get us 10 points, 4 rebounds, and assists, some big plays down the stretches of this one as well. That's huge. That's huge for Precious Achiuwa. So shout out to him. Shout out to him balling. Kevin Birch starting 4 points. Didn't see much of Kem in this one tonight. Fred VanVleet still looks a little bit out of it. With the exception of Chris Boucher, had the highest plus-minus. 10 points, 8 assists, 5 rebounds. There's been talks about his knee injury, how if he's sort of... the rest hasn't really been helping Fred VanVleet's knee injury, so we might not really get Fred VanVleet to full form, at least before the playoffs. Hopefully he's fully healthy coming back. People are saying rest him, but the rest isn't helping, so that's just something we're going to have to manage if he needs surgery. Hopefully, obviously long-term, if Fred has to get the surgery now, I don't think he will. I think news would have come out about that and all that sort of stuff, but Fred VanVleet, hopefully he can sort of manage whatever's going on, because 10 points, 8 assists, still he's facilitating, doing all these things, but 9 shots for Fred VanVleet. Not the usual Fred VanVleet that we usually see. So that's the stuff from the players, but there's a lot of moments we got to talk about in this game, so let's swing it straight into the segments. And tonight, the spicy play of the day. There are numerous moments it could go to tonight. For the Toronto Raptors squad, Spicy P himself, Matt Devlin's been feeding into the washer, the washing machine, spinning around in the lane. He schooled Evan Mobley straight out of his shoes a couple times. And Evan Mobley had 3 blocks in this game. You see why he's a solid defender. People in our chats, love the Scotty hype. Love that we're promoting him over Evan Mobley. I'm still on that boat. But people are saying Evan Mobley's a bad defender. Yeah, that's just cheese. That's foolishness. But Scotty, if you just watch the plays where Pascal Siakam was driving the lane, kind of going full speed, and then on a dime, a little spin, that 7-foot jump shot that Pascal Siakam has added to his bag this season has been lethal when he's been going up in the paint against these squads. So that's what you love to see, him making those plays. We also saw a couple of no-look passes from the 60-time Scotty Barnes Award winner, Scotty Barnes, in this one. So those could certainly be one of those spicy play of the days. So shout out to Scotty Barnes, shout out to all the guys down there, and I want to give Armani Brooks and Scotty Barnes getting that steal on Terry Scarlett. That was pretty crazy, pretty wild. And Armani Brooks knocking down some threes, getting some blocks. Country calling saying Armani said no, with a few of those blocked shots in this game. So that's what's happening. That's what we want to see in this game. The chat is absolutely going wild right now, and as everyone knows, not all plays can be the spicy play of the day, and some just make you say, oh, geez. And tonight, the oh, geez play of the day. There's a couple. Precious drew at a couple of those, classic Precious moments from the start of the season that were just wild. But there wasn't anything nothing that made me overtly scream, oh, geez. Maybe Lamar Stevens going in there. That blocked by Pascal Siakam. I know you call it a foul, right? I know in the review, if you see someone graze their head, you have to call it a foul. But what are they calling that live for? That was a clean block. I said, oh geez, when that play happened. But I wanna swing it into the one, the only. It's becoming infamous. Let me know in the chat about what you guys think. Is it becoming infamous? The Golden Kazoo Award. It's going to all the doubters, all the haters, saying the Raptors can't make that run, can't make that team. We've had our ups and downs this season. This year has certainly been a roller coaster for the Toronto Raptors. We're not there yet. We're not at the end of the roller coaster. We don't know where it's going to end up. But we are put ourselves in a position to really... Fifth seed? Am I crazy? I know I've been saying fourth seed all year, but the Bulls, they look like they're losing. They lose tonight. I think we're only a half game back. We're tied with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We keep winning. 5. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. But there's all that. There's all the doubters. There's people saying Evan Mobley should win Rookie of the Year. Get out of here with that. He looked cheese. But folks, I want to see what the chat's saying. The chat has been absolutely violent. It's been popping off here tonight. So let's swing into the final alarm and see what people have to say about this game. Woo, 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 woo. Beep, 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 beep. Woo, 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 woo. Beep, 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 beep. That's right. The final alarm is sounded. I want to see what you guys have to say about this game. About the Raptors. How we pushing? How we feeling about this squad? And as a tradition, let's get a little like spike going for this team. Pushing our way to top 4 seed, as you guys know. But let's see what the chat has to say about this game. But Raptors did it. Siakam is on fire. That's big facts from Lisa. We got anything is possible. This stuff is, and we're rocking. Michael Edmond, I was a doubter. I was foolish. I apologize. I'm big enough to admit when I was wrong. And that's all you need. With the Raptors, right? You can admit whatever. You chilling on that. But Mobley is lost without Allen. And that's one thing you have to take into consideration. The teammates when you're looking at Rookie of the Year. Scotty Barnes is the 5th option on the Toronto Raptors. Mobley's out there. He's without his guys, without his squad. It's tough. But Scotty Barnes, Rookie of the Year. Where's Riker? Riker unable to pod tonight. He should be back for the next one there. Let's get that little like spike going. I see Jansen Wu saying, where's Jaylen Harris? We bring Jaylen Harris back, and if we have Armani Brooks and Champagne Poppy. I know Jaylen Harris has been killing it out there in, what's it called? Playing in wherever he's to. I've been seen some highlights for him, but would you guys rather Jaylen Harris, Armani Brooks, or Champagne Poppy? I know we could probably have more than one, but it's, let me know what you guys have to say in the chat. But Raptors are making the finals. Easy. 100%. It's going to be happening, Harrison. Completely agree. But honestly, there's a stat that came out the other day about how the Toronto Raptors have the best record in terms of playoff contenders in the Eastern Conference against top 3 seeds in each conference. You're only playing those top teams when you're playing in the playoffs. All of our losses are coming against trash squads. No playoff team wants to see the Toronto Raptors. They don't want to get caught sleeping in the Nick Nursery, as they say. And we got super chat, first super chat of the night from Sia, saying, "Go Raps, like Spike for Team Canada Soccer," and that's factuals, folks. Let's get a little like Spike going for Team Canada Soccer. Forget who they're playing. I forget who they're specifically playing, but let's get the like spike, get the sports rocking out in this one. Riker out with a toe or finger injury. Riker's, OG can sit with a finger injury for 3 weeks. Riker's chilling. But hopefully Gary Trent Jr. will come back soon. In facts, I've seen some things. I don't know what the timeline is for Gary Trent Jr. Someone told me that his injury could be anywhere from like 10 days to 6 months. We need Gary Trent Jr. for the playoffs. Certainly, him and Fred VanVleet are a dynamic duo, so that's unfortunate. But Harris, I don't undersized, controversial situation. Raps don't like that. Who are we bringing up? Who are we bringing up in this? But I don't know who's being talked about. Riker out with Jenny Sin. But Brooks for the perimeter shooting and hustle plays. People are coming up. Yeah. Brooks is good. Recency bias might put him over to Champagne Poppy, right? I think you got to take both those guys over. Costa Rica, correct? See ya. I'm all over the place right now, but Champagne Poppy, the hustle, the off the court stuff. You got to put our two guys on the roster right now over Jaylen Harris, but Jaylen Harris could be good. Obviously, as a legendary with North meme, so you got to see that. But shout out the the Canadians against Costa Rica. Getting that W. But Ben's glue. This animation kind of looks like glue. We out here, But Brooks has the most upside. Brooks is only 23 years old. He's got some upside, but scoring-wise, I would take Harris or Champagne. But spacing-wise, Armani. That's fair. Defense are all pretty good. But Bulls lost, so that's very good. Very, very good. And if you told me, William Chan, we would have a chance to still get 50 wins with 9 games left in the season, I would have taken that all day. It's what you love to see. On this Toronto Raptors squad. I'm the only one that likes the Raps without Gary Trent Jr. Well, P asked the chat, are you the only one that likes the Raps without Gary Trent Jr.? Obviously, I think we haven't seen Fred VanVleet and Gary Trent Jr. playing enough recently because those two guys are dynamic in the backcourt for this team. But Gary Trent Jr., he's had some ups and downs this season. But he's a young guy. He's getting in the form. But I like the Raptors with our star boy, Gary Trent Jr. Champagne's on the two-way, though. Yeah, but we got to bring him back. Galactic Sax, not about perm. No, I just got the curls going tonight. I was rocking a hat earlier, and then it flattened it, making it look all wild. But keeping the curls going, as they say. It's more of just a flow. But Flynn. Mega YTO saying Flynn. Got to get him healthy. He's balling. But Siakam is the GOAT. Allen, big factuals. P, you're the only one. I believe in every Raptor. We believe in Gary Trent Jr. We can't be throwing the guy under the bus because he's a little bit injured currently right now. But realistically, can we get the 5th seed? We can get the 5th seed, but I don't think we want to play the Celtics in the first round. But Chris, I want to play the Celtics. I don't care how good they've been lately. And they'll probably push their way up in the seeding too. But let's get that revenge. I think we can beat anyone right now. As much as they probably wouldn't be the ideal matchup, we want the smoke. We want the smoke in the NBA. And Justin, where does we got Sia saying show Ben some likes, some super chats. Appreciate it, Sia. Came in with that super chat earlier. But where does OG rank in the top NBA defenders? Justin, numero uno. One. OG Anunoby's the GOAT, as everyone knows. I got the OG jersey hanging up back there. But got to pay them eventually. Oh, we have a super chat. Come in from Paul Blunt. We have hustle. We need shooting. Go Brooks. Raptors, number 1. That's what we love to see. Yeah, Brooks was a key addition to this team, man. That's Masai Ujiri finessing. Obviously, trade deadline didn't end up getting that backup wing score. That was what Riker and I really wanted for the Raptors to acquire this trade deadline. We got Thaddeus Young, which I was happy with. We flipped Dragic for a guy that's valuable to this team. But having a guy that can come in, knock down shots, be mobile defender, you love to see that, especially with the injuries that we've had. Alan's saying, I like the jumbo lineups. Give me Pascal, OG, Barnes, Boucher, and Precious Achiuwa lineups. And to speak on that, I've been saying Scotty Barnes at point, love it. Love seeing what he's able to do for this team as the point guard, as the facilitator, as the guy that's creating things for other people. And more recently, I don't know if it's to sort of manage Fred VanVleet's load because he's a guy that's dealing with injuries right now. But Scotty Barnes has been handling most of the ball handling duties. We're seeing Fred VanVleet play off the ball in the same way he's played mostly. Obviously, he carries it up sometimes, gets the ball in his hands a lot. But same way, he's playing more of the role he played with Kyle Lowry now with Scotty Barnes in that point guard position. I like it. I think it's better for Fred. I think it's better for Scotty. You love to see that. But OG makes a huge difference on the defense. Ryan, without a doubt. Siakam or Fred? Siakam. That's a spicy Pete. Fred's our leader, right? But Siakam's our number one guy. And we've been saying that for a while. I know people got down. I was the only one that held on the digest at least for, it looks like in Raptors land, to the what's it called? To the Siakam bandwagon. Country Comics calling the like spike for Ben. Get that little like spike rocking. Appreciate you guys. But Celtics might get the 1 seed. Honestly, the Heat, they're fighting with each other. Maybe they can make a push. As much as I don't want... And Mega YTO saying something too. Dirty players and floppers. Yeah, that's the one thing that's annoying against the Celtics. But Celtics can't stop Barnes. That's facts. Scotty Barnes is out here ready to eat on some Celtics. That's what we love to see. And no, bro, they won't. The Boston's 2 players away from the dumpster. That's tough. We're biased, Jade. We're called the Raptors Digest for a reason. We're not the bipartisan digest for NBA teams. We're the Raptors Digest. We believe in our squad. Next week we'll see if the Celtics can hang after they copied our style of play. That's true. Their coach has been killing it over there, though. They've ran some defensive schemes. I got a couple buddies that are diehard Celtics fans, and they like what they're seeing. But no thank you, Paul. Watching this Canada soccer game. That's fair. Get that soccer game rocking. But Spicy P is great. Love to see it. But April 12th to 14th playing. Gonna need those W's. And Galactic saying he'd sell Pascal. You'd sell the Spicy P man himself. We have to be getting a ultra superstar if we're going to be trading away Pascal Siakam. That's all I'm saying. We better be getting Luka and Jalen Brunson from the Mavericks. That's the only way I'm dealing away Pascal. But man, Michael Evans asking, how do you feel about the Heat fight, Ben? Weigh in with your hot take. Well, I weighed in with my hot take with Marcel Martin on Courtside Digest there a couple hours ago. Check that out. But essentially, to summarize what we were saying on that, they're just a bunch of chippy guys. They're going to be going at each other. They'll probably be fine soon. I wouldn't want to fight Udonis Haslem, though. I know Jimmy Butler's a big guy, a feisty guy, but Udonis Haslem doesn't seem like a guy I'm trying to throw hands with. So that's my big take on that one. But definitely check out Courtside Digest. Stuff's popping off. But I'd rather Raptors play the Sixers, Bulls, or Heat. Kenneth, I agree. But how sweet, how fulfilled would you feel if we could just knock out those Celtics? They're streaking right now. The Celtics are completely on fire. What if we could just come in here and say, you know what? You beat us in 7 games a couple seasons ago. We're getting our revenge. First round, knock those scrubs out. Those silly Celtics. That's what I want to see from the Toronto Raptors. We gotta get this rocking. But Scotty got some off-season work to do, but he's still crazy upside. Scotty's a beast, Ryan. He's going to be great. He's going to keep getting better. Spicy P saying he loves the digest. We love you, Spicy P. But I hope Raptors won't be as nervous as it is today. Do well in the playoffs. We'll be good. Yeah. Country Kong's talking about Kyle Lowry dipping the Heat's kerfuffle. Stuff happening. Best in the NBA. Yeah, the Bulls are a team. Magnetic knowledge. We're killing it against those top teams. And Pascal for Booker and Bridges. The Suns won't do that. Do we need Booker? We kind of I guess we have our Long Boy lineup. Suns wouldn't do that though, and I like Pascal Siakam. Chris is saying I brought up that in the watch along earlier. Josh Riker, myself, the whole bunch of us were hating on Pascal Siakam except Benjamin. You were the staunchest of supporters. You're right. Gotta hold true to the squad. Gotta hold true to the squad. Phil B saying that the Bulls are frauds. The Bulls are frauds. I don't know. I think they're good when they have their defenders back healthy, ready to rock with their guys, but they're good. Pascal for no one. He's a Raptor. Facts. Mike Levin's like my hot take. Love to see it. We are not worthy for Pascal Siakam. People are saying trade high on Pascal Siakam right now. Nah. He is our dude. Stay true. They can think. Phil B saying the Celtics would sweep the Raptors. Phil B, you're coming in with the hot takes, sir. How far do you think the Raptors can go if they're fully healthy? Fully healthy. I don't put a ceiling on this team. I don't put, our defense will let us win against any team. We're extremely well coached. In the clutch, if we're fully healthy, we can have Gary go off. We can have Fred knock down some shots. Siakam tonight was elite closing this game. OG Anunoby's there. Scotty Barnes. Right? We're seeing the emergence of Precious Achiuwa. Obviously, we've been inconsistent. But if we can ride a high during this playoffs, I'm not counting. Realistically, no ceiling on this Toronto Raptors team. Zero ceiling. But I haven't seen any Siakam haters in 2 months. That's what we love to see. Michael Edmond, Raptors. Booker has a restraining order against the Raptors mascot. Couldn't bring him in. That's fair. But, folks, you guys are the best for checking out this video. We've got a little like spike going to end off this bad boy here. But we gotta love the team. Gotta rep the squad. Gotta be hyped for this team. We got some big games coming up down the stretch. So make sure you subscribe to Raptors Digest. Lots of content coming the next couple of weeks. Got a few announcements coming probably at the start of next week. So stay tuned. Stay tuned to the channel. You guys are the best. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all of that cool stuff. My throat's getting a little bit tough, but top 3 in the league. Get off it. We're getting top 4. Top 4 seed easy. Still reacting to the chat, even in my closing, but you guys are the best. Enough of me rambling. Raptors, we're making that run. So you love to see it for the squad. Anyways, you guys are the best. I'm signing off. Cheers.